computer. All right, we got the recording going.
Got it. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another very special edition of. It's a very special edition for a very special event of Faces Friday. I'm Jacob Hackett. Um, in a few weeks, Thursday night, December 8th, that we will be having the Festival of Trees Gala at Renault Winery, excuse me, from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. Each year, Renault auctions off trees that people buy, and they give the proceeds back to one local nonprofit organization each year to talk about to give back the proceeds to. This year, we're so incredibly happy that Renault and honored that Renault has chosen Faces for Autism as this year's recipient. Joining me today is one of my assistants in planning this evening's gala, or that evening's gala, excuse me. Uh, he's helped us tremendously over the past 2 years when it comes to putting the telethons together, doing all that behind the scenes work that you don't see. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Zach Taglioli. Zach, thank you very much for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you for having me, Jacob.
So, Zach, let me start off this way. Tell us what inspired you to get involved to help organizations such as Faces.
Yeah. So I've always had a love and admiration for giving back to the community. It started when I was a young kid in Catholic school. Then it transitioned into youth group, and then it transitioned over to being in a fraternity, and now it's in my adult life every day. And I specifically love giving back to the special needs community. And I remember you were telling me briefly about this during the pandemic and Faces for Autism. And I really loved the mission. I really loved what the organization stands for, excuse me. And I just wanted to help out any way I can. And then when you asked me to do the telethon, I was like, absolutely. And then you asked me back again, and now we're doing this Christmas thing. I couldn't say no. So it all started thanks to you and Isabella Masca. And I'm just so happy that you guys told me about this organization, and I'm a part of it now. I thank you so much.
Yeah, yes, you are. And I mean, I kind of feel the same as you do, Zach, because it's just how things work. You go, you come back, you leave. And I've been in and out of Faces for a while, but now it's a very family oriented, family run organization. The Moscas are fabulous people. I'm thrilled to be their social media assistant, putting together some of the things that you see, like today's interview, part of the telethons, which Tommy C and I, who some of you may remember from last year's telethon, we will be doing a a more modernized, small, cut back version of the telethon. More details about that in April. But Zach, you and so many others, truly, I think you know that this is what you're set out to do in life is to give back to people.
Absolutely. Many people um, have different charities that they like giving back to, but I've always been closely associated with those charities for autism and special needs. I think it goes back to when I was a young kid in school and I would see the special needs students. I would we would create a bond, and there would be a liking there. And every time they would see me, they would say, "Hey, Zach," or I would say, "Hey, so and so." So I think it's almost like a calling. Everybody has a special charity. Some people like to give back to St. Jude's. Other people like to give back to Alex's Lemonade. And I love these charities that give back to the special needs. And I have a cousin who has special needs, and I have other family members and other friends, family members I know who have special needs. And I feel like it's a duty to give back to them. And it's just something that I hold near and dear to my heart, and I treasure it, and I treasure the memories that we make, especially with Faces for Autism.
Yes, and Zach, you know that I'm going to use a line from Dean Martin's song. Memories are made of this, and I mean they are, and I mean when you get to work with people like organizations that make you feel, that give you the sense of I feel I feel at home, and that's what Faces does for people. They allow anyone and everyone that wishes to join their organization to join it, because without me, you, and the many people that have helped Faces over the last 20, almost 21 years now, organizations just don't run, can't run.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell us about your history in performing and so forth. What inspired that?
Uh, yeah, so my history starts off when I was about, oh God, I would say maybe 4 or 5 years old. I remember being a kid driving in my grandfather's Ford pickup truck, listening to Dean Martin. And after I heard Dean Martin sing "Ain't That a Kick in the Head," I knew that this is what I wanted to do. It was a calling. It was like I got bit with that Great American Songbook, show tunes, jazz, lover music, and I really enjoyed it. And then fast forward my years in school, my parents had me try everything. They had me try soccer, they had me try baseball. Um, they put me in dance, and nothing was.
They put you wait. Hold on. They put you in dance class? How
Yeah,
did
I
that
was in a
go?
hip hop I was in a hip hop class. I was in a hip hop class for about a couple days or a couple weeks, I should say, and that didn't fit. That didn't.
What did you learn how to yeah, how to jump like crisscross?
No, no, I can't do any of that stuff. I'm a soft shoe guy. I learned years later, but um, I found a love for musical theater, and that's what really was my calling to music, and to express myself with acting and singing and a little bit of dancing, learning I could do some soft shoe, but I was more of a mover. I found that, hey, I'm up there, and I can't get in trouble. I can do whatever I want. People love me, and they're going to applaud for me to be up there and do this. I can get all the attention I want. And I was kind of a shy kid, you know. I wasn't. I was very talkative, but I was shy because I got bullied a lot in elementary school, and I think that's why it goes back to helping out those in need and those who are younger. But I think it was when I was probably I would say maybe 11 or 12 years old, is when my family started seeing that I have a gift, that I have a talent. And years of musical theater camps and musical theater workshops and different stuff involved with the school. Then I got involved in band when I was in middle school and did the band there, and then went on to high school. And it was really in high school when I started to get a vocal coach and doing that for 4.5 years, and started going out and doing a lot of stuff at local open mics, talent shows. I remember I used to do this thing every springtime. It was the Miss Magnolia pageant, and I loved it because I was surrounded by girls, Jacob. I was like, I had a girlfriend at the time, but I didn't tell her this, but I really enjoyed being there because I was surrounded by these beautiful girls in these beautiful gowns, and I was singing The Way You Look Tonight, and I remember one girl came up to me and she's like, "Oh my God, your voice is so good, you could sing me to sleep." She's like, and I was the stupid Stu Nod who went back and told my girlfriend that, and I got in trouble that
and then she didn't Zach, and then
Yeah, I
she
got in
didn't
trouble.
want anything to do with you anymore. I bet. All kidding aside, his girlfriends and all that business. Yeah, I could. Yeah, you were singing, and then you she she said put you to sleep, and then you said that, and then yeah, she
Yeah,
doesn't want to hang with you anymore.
yeah. But I guess what I'm trying to say is the musical gene has always been there. And then as I got older, I eventually started performing at professional places and getting paid, and now that leads to what we know today, as I'm around at different places like Joey M's, like Roberts, like the VFW, like all the stuff I do. And now that I'm with Michael Martocci, I'm doing a lot of stuff with him. We got the big Galdo show coming up with Brandon Tomasello, myself, and Justin Gonzalez. So I've been really, really blessed. And people like our friend Dave Damiani, thanks to him, I've been able to do a lot of stuff and sing with Joe Piscopo, get to meet our friend Sal the Voice, Haley Reinhart, Landau Eugene Murphy. So along the way, I've been blessed to have a lot of these great opportunities to meet
Yes, and, and
great
I
people.
and I consider them great opportunities too, Zach, because you don't know, and people like you and I that have well, they're God given talents, and you don't know. And I hate to be corny again, but every picture tells a story,
Mhm.
and but it's just in how you prov, 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 how you hold yourself, carry yourself, all
Yeah,
that, all those attributes. Poise is the actual correct term.
absolutely.
Yeah. So tell since Joey and Tommy are joining us, I'll ask you this question. Tell us if you can remember doing so. How did you meet Joey and Tommy?
Well, I'll start with Joey M because that's who I met first. I met Joey. Um, it's actually on Facebook. I guess we had a lot of mutual friends together, and he messaged me and he said, "Hey, I see you're doing a lot of stuff up near your way. How would you like to come down and perform at my restaurant and sing a few songs for a night, and I'll pay you and stuff, and I'll feed you." And I was like, sure, you know. And the only thing I really heard about Joey M was that he had this wonderful restaurant, that he sings Sinatra, and that he has a good crowd of people and a love for music. And when I met him, I saw that he has all this beautiful Sinatra stuff there, and he has all these pictures of people that he has met and stuff. So we talked about that, and we sat for a good about an hour and a half. And I remember telling him, I said, Joey, I said, I don't mean this in a wrong, in to be disrespectful. I said, but I've heard that you do Sinatra, and when someone sings at your establishment, you're the only one that can do Sinatra. But half of my repertoire at the time was only Sinatra stuff. I was doing the Great American Songbook. And now it's become a great popular standards repertoire that I do that features Engelbert, Frankie Valli, and so forth and so on. And he said, no, no. He's like, I do. He's like, but I give you my blessing, and you're allowed to sing it. And he's like, well, just have to when you're here, come up with, all right, this is the set songs, and I'm going to sing, and these are the set songs that you were going to sing. And that was new for me because I never really worked with anybody before that. I worked with one other gentleman, but he didn't really do that much Sinatra, so it was different working with Joey. But I loved it. It got me out to Wildwood, where I never thought I would be performing. I used to go down there as a kid because my family had a beach home in Rio Grande, outside of Cape May. And I loved it. I got to meet so many great people who are now become dear, dear friends of mine. And it was thanks to Joey. And I'm very glad that he has allowed me to perform at his restaurant and has given me some great opportunities to perform with Bobby Rydell, to perform at the Italian Festival, so forth and so on. And through Joey, I got to meet Tommy. And Tommy C has become a dear friend of mine now. And it's great to see all the success that he has going for him. And yeah, they're just two great guys. And to have two people like that in the business that are friendly with you is very rare and uncommon, as you may know. So I met Joey first, and then I met Tommy after that. And Tommy and I have done things at Joey M's together. Tommy also does the Italian Festival and so forth and so on. So Joey keeps us busy.
Yes, he
when
does.
he
He
can.
keeps. Not only does he keep you two busy, but he keeps me busy too. When one or two of you is down there,
Yeah, and
come
you
on
became a
down,
big
come join
hit.
us.
You're a
I
big
would
hit
be
now.
happy
Everybody loves you.
to. Everybody loves somebody sometimes. That's all I'll give you out of there. Friends, Renault Winery presents a festival of trees. Zach Tagliaole and I will be your hosts for the evening. $65 a person. Buy the tickets on Eventbrite. Zach and I have been promoting the event on our social media pages.
Hmm.
We will continue to do so till the day of the event. Please come. Please join us. If, excuse me, Renault has received a tremendous amount of donations and trees. Please join us. It's for a wonderful cause. Faces has done so much for so many families over the last 2 decades plus. They've helped all of us. Now let's give some of our night back to help them.
Absolutely. And it's going to be a wonderful evening of music, fun, dinner, drinks, everything. And there's going to be a lot for the families to uh,
Uh,
to
yes, a
do.
lot for the families. $65 a person. If you have questions, please feel free. Drop me a private message. You can drop Zach a private message on on social media. We would be happy to help you if you want to donate. There's a way to donate. I will also face families. Zach and I will not be present at this, but the week before, it's open to Faces families, families of South Jersey Field of Dreams, 21 Downs, and more. And Zach is wrapping his South Jersey Field of Dreams t-shirt
Yeah, my
that he
little
got with
swag that you
me,
gave me.
me last spring. Not last spring, this past fall. Anyway, uh, Faces Skate Night at Vintner Wonderland. There's two of them. It's this Saturday, and the one I'm referencing is the week before the gala. 5 to 6:30. Information is on the Faces for Autism Facebook page. And we're good.
Perfect. I'll stop recording.